If you've been wholesaling and flipping real estate for any length of time, then you know how important it is to continually adjust with the market. And if you're new to wholesaling and flipping and you're considering getting started or you're still working on your first deal, you may be wondering if now is a good time to flip houses. Well, I've been diving into the market data and the stats, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little concerned. So does flipping still work in 2020? Find out on today's video coming up.
For a limited time, you can get a free copy of Jerry Norton's Data Cruncher software, which finds cheap houses in your area. Get it now at mydatacruncher.com.
Hey, if you're new here to the channel, I'm Jerry Norton with FlippingMastery.com, and this channel is all about ways to help you make money wholesaling and flipping real estate so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified when new videos are released. On today's video, let's dig into the house flipping stats and what they mean for you and me, as well as 5 tips for how you can succeed wholesaling and flipping houses going into 2020. Unfortunately, it's not looking so good. When it comes to wholesaling and flipping, there are 3 factors to consider when deciding if flipping houses is a smart way to make money in real estate. Number 1 is the market competition. Number 2 is the number of days it takes to complete a flip. And number 3, the return on investment or profit. And fortunately for us, this data is available. Adam Data Services, which is the nation's largest real estate data provider, puts out a quarterly house flipping report. Now we can use this data to see the trends and then use that information to adjust accordingly going into 2020. But I do want you to keep in mind that real estate is always market specific. So while national data gives us the big picture, it is smart to learn how to watch and analyze the market trends in your specific local market. Now, I did a video where I break down how to do this ongoing so you're always one step ahead of the ups and downs that happen. Now, I'll put a link to that video in the description box below for you to watch later. As of this video release, the 4th quarter 2019 data isn't out yet, so we're going to use 3rd quarter 2019 data. Now, according to Adam Data, in the 3rd quarter of 2019, the number of houses flipped nationwide was down 12.9% from the previous quarter and down 6.8% from a year ago, making it the largest quarterly and annual drop since the 3rd quarter of 2014. Now, the other drop in stats is the gross return on investment. To be clear, gross flipping return on investment is calculated by dividing the gross flipping profit by the first sale or purchase price. And these figures were also down in 3rd quarter 2019 from 40.6% compared to 1 year previously at 43.5%. And to put this in perspective, at the peak of the post-recession in quarter 2 and 3 of 2016, the gross return on investment was 52.1%. So it went from 52% in 2016 to 40% at the end of 2019. Now, fortunately, the average time to flip houses nationwide in 3rd quarter 2019 didn't change from a year earlier, and it held steady at 177 days. Now again, this data is looking at the stats nationwide and not by individual markets, but overall, if your eyes glazed over while I went through these stats, here's the summary. As of now, there are less homes being flipped and profits have steadily declined. Not the best news to start out the year in 2020. Now, I believe the reason for the drop is due to 2 things. Number 1 is there is less inventory, and number 2, there is more competition. Inventory, meaning the number of available distressed properties in the marketplace, is down, resulting in less houses being flipped. Couple that with an increase in competition with more people entering the house flipping industry, and naturally, profits decline as well. I mean, take a look at this. In markets with over 1 million in population, the lowest average gross profit markets were Raleigh, North Carolina with a gross profit of $25,000, Austin, Texas with a gross profit of $27,549, Phoenix, Arizona with a gross profit of $31,135, Las Vegas, Nevada with a gross profit of $33,150, and Kansas City, Missouri with a gross profit of $39,141. Remember, the average gross flipping profit is the difference between the purchase price and the flipped price, not including rehab costs and other expenses incurred, which typically run between 20% and 33% of the property's after repair value. So let me give a scenario so that you can see the math. Let's say a flipper in Phoenix purchases a distressed property for $88,865 and then flips it for $120,000, giving him a gross profit, or the difference between what he bought it for and sold it for in 12-month period, of $31,135, which was the average gross profit in Phoenix. And let's say that expenses are 20% of the ARV to cover all of the costs. So that would be $24,000. So $24,000 less $31,135 is a net profit of $7,135. That's insane to flip a house and only make $7,000. I believe that's too high a risk for too small of a profit. So if you're an existing flipper or an aspiring flipper, what can and should you do in 2020? I have 5 tips to help you succeed wholesaling and flipping real estate in 2020. Tip number 1 to succeed in 2020 is to find a niche. The most competitive price point is the first-time buyer entry-level homes. This is where everyone flips and has the most competition with the smallest margins. One example of finding a niche is to specialize in higher-priced homes. The higher the price, the less competition, and the bigger the profit spread. In the description below, I'll put a link to a video about how to break into luxury fix and flip. Another example of finding a niche is flipping new construction. Or if you're a wholesaler, wholesaling vacant buildable lots to new construction investors. Now I have videos on both of these topics and I'll put those links in the description below for you. Tip number 2 to succeed in 2020 is to master the art of finding deals. If inventory is down, then that means you need to work even harder and put even more time, energy, and effort into getting good at finding deals. It's not enough to only have 1 or 2 methods of finding deals. In 2020, you're going to need to have dozens of methods of finding good deals. Now, I put together a report that covers over 67 different ways to find deals. I'll give that report to you for free, link in the description. And if you're really serious about wholesaling and flipping, then you should check out my wholesaling and house flipping deal management system called FLIPSTER. With over a dozen different deal finding lead sources and tools built right into the platform, you have leads updated daily to go after right at your fingertips. Now, if you've never heard of FLIPSTER, it's a cloud-based, all-inclusive system for everything you need from A to Z to wholesale and flip houses. And depending on your subscription level, you get leads added to your account every single month. To see it in action and check it out for yourself, go to getflipster.com. Tip number 3 to succeed flipping houses in 2020 is to stick to the formula. The mistake that is going to put a lot of flippers out of business in 2020 is to do deals with skinny margins. Now, I believe in following the 70% less repairs formula, which accounts for a 15% profit margin. This gives you enough room for unforeseens, such as the repairs go over budget or the house doesn't sell for as much. Now, you have to be willing to stick to your guns and walk from deals if they don't fit the formula. For a deep dive on the wholesaling and house flipping formula, I'll put a video that breaks it down for you in the description. Tip number 4 to succeed flipping houses in 2020 is to make more offers. Now, this is something I've been saying for as long as I can remember, but is especially true in 2020. There are only ever 2 ways to get more deals: find better leads and make more offers. Think about it this way. If it takes 50 offers to get a deal and you want to do 4 deals, then you're going to need to make 200 offers. How long is it going to take you to make 200 offers? The faster and the more offers you make in a given month, the more deals you'll do. Now, I did a video where I break down how to make 100 offers a month in a fraction of the time. You know the drill, link in the description. And finally, tip number 5 is to invest in your continual education and mentoring. Now, I'm preaching to the choir a bit because you're watching this video, but wholesaling and flipping houses is no longer an amateur's game. You need to continually increase your skill set if you're going to survive in 2020. As of this recording, I have over 450 videos on the channel all about wholesaling and flipping. Imagine how much your level of expertise would increase if you watched all 450 videos and applied what you learned. Turn off the radio when you're driving. Stop listening to music at the gym. Turn off Netflix when you're at home and listen to the Flipping Mastery TV YouTube channel. Currently, I release 3 new videos a week, and I've organized all of the videos by topic into playlists, so no matter what it is that you want to learn more about, find the appropriate playlist and watch the videos on that topic. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you get notified when new videos are released. And if and when you're ready, consider my mentor and partner program where you get to earn while you learn, partnering with me on deals. To learn more about it, go to fasttrackwithjerry.com. So is flipping houses a smart way to make money in real estate in 2020? For me, it's a resounding yes. I gotta tell you, I'm fired up and excited about 2020. Instead of looking at flipping as harder than before, instead, look at it as an opportunity to rise to the top. While others are falling by the wayside, making less profit, and all around giving up, I plan on making more money in 2020 than any year previously. This is your time to shine and become the 1%. I'll see you on the next video.